This is Henares making your day by telling you the story of King Arthur and the witch. My dear friends, young King Arthur was ambushed and imprisoned by a monarch of a neighboring kingdom. The monarch could have killed him, but moved by Arthur's youthful happiness, he offered him freedom as long as he could answer a very difficult question. Arthur would have a year to figure out the answer. If, after a year, he has no answer, he would be killed. And what is his question? The question was, what do women really want? Now, such a question would perplex even the most knowledgeable man. And to young Arthur, it seemed as an impossible query. Well, since it was better than death, he accepted the monarch's proposition to have an answer by year's end. So he returned to his kingdom. And King Arthur began to poll everybody, the princess, the prostitutes, the priest, the wise man, the court jester. In all, he spoke with everyone, but no one could give him a satisfactory answer. What most people did was to tell him to consult an old witch, as only he would know the answer. And the price would be high, since the witch was famous throughout the entire kingdom for the exorbitant prices she charged. The last day of the year arrived, and Arthur had no alternative but to talk to the witch. She agreed to answer the question, but he'd have to accept her price first. The old witch wanted to marry Gawain, the most noble of the knights of the Round Table, and Arthur's closest friend. Young Arthur was horrified. This witch was hunchbacked, awfully hideous, had only one tooth, smelled like sewage water, often made obscene noises. They had never run across such a repugnant creature. He refused to force his friend to marry her and have to endure such a burden. Now, Sir Gawain, after learning of the proposal, spoke with Arthur. He told him that nothing was too big of a sacrifice compared to Arthur's life and the preservation of the Round Table. Hence, their wedding was proclaimed. And the witch answered Arthur's question. What a woman really wants is to be able to be in charge of her own life. Everyone instantly knew that the witch had uttered the great truth, and that Arthur's life would be spared, and so it went. The neighboring monarch spared Arthur's life and granted him total freedom. More about this after these messages. This is Henares making your day with the story of King Arthur and the witch. And we continue to quote. What a wedding Gawain had, and the witch too. Arthur was born between relief and anguish. Gawain was proper as always, gentle and courteous. The old witch put her worst manners on display. She ate with her hands, she belched and farted, and made everyone uncomfortable. The wedding night approached. Gawain, steeling himself for a horrific night, entered the bedroom. What a sight awaited her! The most beautiful woman he'd ever seen lay before him. Gawain was astounded and asked what had happened. The beauty replied that since he had been so kind to her when she's been a witch, half the time she would be her horrible deformed self, and the other half she would be her beautiful maiden self. Now, which would he want her to be during the day and which during the night? What a cruel question. Gawain began to think of his predicament. During the day, a beautiful woman to show off to his friends, but at night, in the privacy of his home, a spooky witch. Or would he prefer having by day a hideous witch, but by night a beautiful woman to enjoy many intimate moments? Now what would you do? What would Gawain choose follows, but do not say it until you have made your own choice. Now what have you said? I give you 1 second. Second is heaven. Now the second is over. Noble Gawain replied that he would let her choose for herself. Upon hearing that, she announced that she would be beautiful all the time because she had respected her and let her be in charge of her own life. So what is the moral of the story? The moral is that it doesn't matter if your woman is good or bad, if your woman is pretty or ugly. Underneath it all, she's still a witch. This is Larry Henares, making your day, saying good day, God bless you. Thank you very much for being with us. Till next time, hasta la bye-bye.